Hi everybody, Engineer Pat 5290 coming to you with a Halloween live stream tonight of the N-scale layout with the BNSF ST40-2 Snoot Nose in command with the NS Ace. Hope everybody's enjoying their Halloween, and I'm going to take this time to run the layout, and if you have any questions, let me know. So let's lay back and enjoy. Hey Matt, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a good Halloween. As you guys can see, the lead engine is BNSF 6799. It is an SD40-2 Snoot Nose. As you all saw in one of my previous videos, this engine, the real engine was built in November of '79 as Santa Fe SD40-2 number 5115. Hey Joey, how's it going, buddy? Good to hear from you, man. Happy Halloween, brother. Hope all is well out there in God's country. Uh, the Snoot Nose was the extended nose that was an aspect for the Santa Fe, Union Pacific, and some on the Southern Pacific. They used it to house extra radio equipment for mid-train operations. I was reading that on the internet. And I think it's a pretty cool aspect on an SD40-2. It is mentioned some, but not as often, not as much as discussed as the standard cab or some other EMDs. But the Snoot Nose is definitely underappreciated. Uh, I'm going to move the camera here in a second. And as you all can see, right here at the restaurant scene, as you can see, I have some umbrellas that are here. Those are 3D printed. And those were actually hand painted by me. I'll pull up here where you can see it. And I painted those by hand, and I mounted those with some plastic cement. So the restaurant area is complete. Obviously, the military scene right here has all been finished up. A lot of fall trees were added over the course of the last couple of months. As we come to the campsite scene, I'm going to add a couple of umbrellas to these tables here. I'll end up getting another one. Put some there for the campsite scene. Yes, Matt. The Snoot Noses, to me, are underappreciated because it's not mentioned too often. I think it's a really cool aspect. It makes the locomotive look pretty cool. Next crossing. Haven't seen it in a while, brother. Hope you're doing great. And as y'all can see, that SD40-2 has LEDs in it, which I think is really cool. This is an older CATA release that I found recently. And in my favorite BNSF scheme, which is H1. And you all can see the charter bus, actually really the city bus, right here. And I also have the trash truck and the delivery vehicle, and I'll move it around. Thanks, Nick, I appreciate it. As you all can see, I have another trash truck and also the delivery vehicle right there. That's all painted with the yellow, and the back of the other trash truck is fluorescent yellow. I'm going to leave it up here for a little bit where y'all can see this side of the layout. I know I've moved y'all around a little bit. Got the quarry scene right here. I've added one other rock. And over here we've got the farm scene. I've got a little truck back there now. And pretty much everything else has stayed the same. And I'll give y'all a demonstration of those LEDs. And you can see those LEDs look really nice under the night sky. And Nick, to answer your question, the Bachmann switches are not bad. They come, since this is a DC layout, I should have explained this earlier. The DC power supply for this is pretty good. To give you a little background history on the set, it was a set from the 80s that someone gave me, and it came with Bachmann Easy Track. And as you can see, the switches I just throw with my finger. See, these were electrically, it could be electrically fired if you want them to. And I'll go and put the train down the inside loop where you can see it. And I've already thrown the switch on the other side. So, they're not bad switches. They're a good beginner set, just like it is with the HO side. The track is pretty good. I've always gone with it because I've used Bachmann products for almost 20 years. And the old transformers, yes. And the power supply that I have for this set is one from the 80s. I'll spin you around. I'll show it to you really quick. That right there is my whole power supply. It's the same wattage as a HO transformer, and it has one terminal wire, and that's the whole power supply. Move you guys again. So a little bit of work has been done over here. You got a better view of the umbrellas off to the left. And also over here, I've got the heavy rescue tow trucks. I have the police cars, and I also have the rollback with the car on the rollback. Got the freight truck. We've got the fire and the police, the fire and the ambulance, the fire truck and the ambulance. So we've got some action going on, and we have a construction scene of a new house right here. Hey Eugene, how's it going, man? And I'm hoping to maybe add one more piece of equipment right there to fill that space up. The office building is right here, and you guys can see here I have the artillery seat over here and a lookout tower. And there's the terminal wire that runs from the track to the transformer. Virginia Railfan Productions, how's it going, man? Give you guys another demonstration of the LEDs. And Nick, to answer your questions, as far as ballasting goes, probably not. I like the way the Bachmann track is designed with the road bed already on the track, and it has some realistic ballast characteristics, which in my mind, that saves you a little bit of money. So, and plus ballasting is it's very meticulous, because if you get a piece of ballast caught in that switch, oh man, it will mess up a lot of stuff. And thanks, Matt, I appreciate it. I thought the set was from the 80s, but when you say early 90s, then okay, so that set maybe a little bit newer, about my age. And yes, those gears love to pick up a ballast. I had a friend of mine that actually had a lifelike SD7, and a piece of ballast got stuck in the drive, and the drive was fortunately not damaged. And here is your last ship of the night, BNSF 40-2 $67.99 with my NSAs. My Halloween last ship, orange and green with the black and white. And my BNSF boxcar also makes an appearance. That is a roundhouse kit. It was already put together, and one thing I had to do was put Microtrains parts on it, and that was it. So, and y'all have seen in my recent videos, I've added some shrubbery in different areas of the layout. And you all can see just right back there where the tower is, I've got an orange tree back here, as well as a couple of maintenance trucks. And here's an overview of the layout as well. This is Tidewater City. This is the name of my layout. And to give you all a few fun facts on the layout, it's a 3 foot by 4 foot. I built the table back in 2023, so just about a year and a half ago. And the track configuration spanned 3 years. All of it is Bachmann Easy Track. The bridges and the crossing, all Bachmann products. A few of the buildings are HO, but there are some that are specifically N-scale. So I was able to interchange some stuff with the N-scale portion of model railroading. The two shopping buildings right here, the two red buildings off to your left where my dad's on his HO layout, those were built by Tyco. The freight station off to the right side was also my dad's. That was made by Bachmann. The brown office building is an HO piece. I found that at a store. But the office building, the church, the gas station, and the dealership all N-scale. And even the passenger station is N-scale. The tower back there, the dispatch tower, is HO. And the lookout tower is HO. And the buildings under construction, the houses, all the houses are HO. So now we'll come over here and we'll do something a little different here. Give you a little closer view. Few up close and personal views of the train. And some of these cars that you see here are Microtrains cars. And there's a few of them in here that are Athearns, Red Caboose, and some Atlas. So if you have any questions about the train, just shout them out and be glad to help you in any way I can. The Southern Boxcar is an exact rail. And yes, Matt, thank you. Yeah, I love that paint scheme. I love it. I just love the orange and the green. And it's just that font makes you want to just keep looking at it. And those two NS cars are Microtrains. All right. I'm going to stop the train for a second. I'm going to throw in another cool lash up here in just a second. Give me just a second. I'll switch out trailing locomotives. And no seaboard system trains, no. Train going here in just a second. The train is going again. Got some speed on it. Snoot Nose leads a standard cab 40-2. And talk about a 1990s lash up. And who doesn't love the old Santa Fe? Everybody I know who's a rail fan loves the Santa Fe. BNSF is decent, and I'll tell you, the H1 paint scheme was their best scheme because it was the first one. And it looks good on all the older EMDs. And it also looks good on the first order of Dash 9s. From the CN gondola all the way to the NS hopper is all micro trains. Give you another pass of them coming by. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I thought this was a good lash up. This is, late 90s lash up, after the merger, and also the early 2000s. I just think the schemes just look good together. I've got Amtrak. I just haven't put away. I've been mostly working with the freight side. But, yeah, but these two engines look really good lashed up. So, if you have any more questions on the layout, please shout them out. Be glad to answer them. And you can see I've added a couple of train patches up here to kind of give the layout a little bit of character. Y'all want really up close and personal? And who doesn't love the SD40-2? Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I thought this would be kind of cool to add a couple patches up there. And I also have, obviously, an American flag, and I also have, a railroad crossing patch to kind of give it some character. And look at her go by the station. The BNSF is an older Kato, and I believe the Santa Fe is, I think, a mid-2000s released on the Kato. Both of those are Katos, and they've got good drives. The only thing they need is just a little bit of light oil is all you really need, and that will be enough to get them going. So I've been putting some miles on this on the snoot nose and letting it lead some. It's a good puller. I mean, it is a good puller, and it has Microtrains parts on it when I received it. So that was a really good grab. And oh yes, the SD40-2 was EMD's best seller as far as a 6-axle. The GP38 and GP40-2s were also EMD's best sellers of the 4-axles. They had some other engines that were successful as far as production goes, but a lot of the 4-axle sales, GP38s and GP40-2s. Now, the GP35 was actually a decent seller as well. The GP35 was very popular with Santa Fe and other railroads. But Katos are probably one of the best N-scale drives, one of the best. And they'll last a lifetime. I love a Kato drive. And they don't take much power to run. The Santa Fe, however, had the Kato couplers on there, which worked for a while, but then I upgraded those to Microtrains parts because the Microtrains parts, to me, get a little better bite. And they're a little bit stronger, but the Kato couplers are good. The Kato couplers are good, but I've always stuck with the Microtrains. Give you another view of the train passing by. So anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this quick live stream. I know this one was kind of short tonight, but thought I would give you guys a running of the train. And if you had questions about the layout, just wanted to take this time to do like a mini live stream and wanted to show you guys what's been going on and to show you guys my Halloween lash up as well as an early 90s lash up. Well, actually really early 2000s, late 90s. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Please remember to drop a thumbs up on the video. And please remember to like, subscribe, and tap the bell. I'll do a couple of quick announcements. I do have a premiere on tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on the channel. That's something you don't want to miss. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you all. May God bless, and I will see you.